The woman has an IQ as high as 160, but she is only working as a cleaner. The reason for this is that she suffers from severe obsessive-compulsive disorder, because she can't control her thoughts. She can't keep a job for a long time. As a single mother raising 3 children, Morgan has to work hard to earn money to support her children. One night, she finally got a job cleaning at the police station. She was having so much fun listening to music while working, she accidentally knocked over a file box containing a murder case. With her extremely high IQ and keen insight, Morgan could tell there was something wrong with the case just by looking at the crime scene photos. She found that a man was assassinated and his wife went missing in a strange way. The police regarded the man's wife as a suspect who fled after committing the crime. But after Morgan carefully thought about the clues, she directly made changes on the clue board without hesitation. She changed the identity of the man's wife from a suspect to a victim. This action early the next morning caused the dissatisfaction of the person in charge, Kara Dyke. It's against the law to change the clue board casually.
Who did this? A man is dead, our primary suspect is missing. This is not a joke.
No one admitted to doing it. In desperation, they could only check the surveillance. After seeing Morgan's charming figure while she was cleaning, Kara Dyke decided to find this woman. At this moment, Morgan didn't know that danger was approaching. At that time, she was shopping in the supermarket with her 3 children. As a single mother, being thrifty is something she has to do every day, so Morgan only bought discounted goods. Even her daughter's request to buy a lipstick was refused by her. When checking out, Morgan found that the cashier was overcharging a few dollars. Because during the shopping, she had already calculated how much she was going to spend today. She found the price was wrong. She quickly picked up the goods and checked them one by one, until she noticed that her eldest daughter had secretly put the lipstick in the shopping cart. After removing the cost of the lipstick, the cashier was shocked to find that the price Morgan calculated before was exactly right. After getting home, an unexpected guest came. Kara Dyke took Morgan back to the police station. The sheriff asked her why she changed the information on the clue board. Unexpectedly, Morgan's explanation was that she was just correcting the mistake, and she had severe obsessive-compulsive disorder. If she didn't point out the mistake at that time, she wouldn't be able to fall asleep all night. After hearing this, the sheriff directly put the files on the table.
What mistakes did you see?
Unexpectedly, Morgan analyzed them in an orderly manner. After a man was assassinated, the suspect was identified as his missing wife. But according to the photos taken at the crime scene, the throw pillows on the sofa were evenly arranged in an alternating color pattern. The handicrafts on the bookshelf were also placed with perfectly measured dimensions. This shows that the owner of the house must also suffer from obsessive-compulsive disorder. The key information was in a photo of the curtains. For a person with obsessive-compulsive disorder, how could they tolerate that there was only one curtain without a tie? This tie must have been used somewhere else. In addition, according to the hair left on the leg of the chair, it could be inferred that someone must have been tied to the chair, but there were no marks on the victim's wrists. From this, it could be judged that there must be a third person at the crime scene. The man's wife, Lynette, was tied to the chair, and the man himself was lying on the ground, so the murderer must have kidnapped Lynette. Unexpectedly, after a series of analysis, Kara Dyke's subordinates indeed found that at the time of the crime, there was a third person who had been to the crime scene. Morgan thought that since she provided clues to the police station, she could leave. But according to the procedure, Kara still locked her up first. They also quickly found the third person in this case, the girl named Rosika Zheng. A few months ago, she had filed a civil lawsuit. It turned out that the missing Lynette was a lawyer. The girl named Rosika Zheng was sexually harassed by one of Lynette's clients. Lynette won the lawsuit for that client, so Rosika Zheng pointed the finger at Lynette. When Kara Dyke brought the girl to the police station for questioning, they learned that although she had been to Lynette's house not long ago, but on the day of the crime, she had been working at her own home and hadn't gone out at all.
Can anyone confirm that?
No.
So she wasn't the murderer at all. Morgan here was finally going to be released. Before leaving, she saw Kara and the sheriff analyzing the evidence at the crime scene. Although she was really angry, with just one glance, Morgan could tell there was something wrong.
The video has the wrong date on the timestamp.